Good day, sir. My name is Joshua De La Cruz from Block 1. I'm discussing comprehensively the crime scenes procedure employed by the PNP and anti-cybercrime group. Number 1 is secure the area. Only individuals involved in the initial investigation of the occurrence protecting the crime scene and processing the crime scenes should be there. Next is remove the individuals at the crime scene. That the investigator should transfer the person. It is required to move those individuals to protect evidence that will be at risk of being destroyed while entering their situation. Individuals should be interviewed sooner and more quickly. A crime scene investigator gathered critical information instantly. The better and more properly he may go on to the rest of the investigative process. Next is make sure the computer is on or off. Make sure the computer is on or off. The system should be on or off, or when the investigator is upon the crime scene, always check if the investigator can access the computer and the value of information of this can be properly handled and protected. Next is check the system were connected. Check that is system connect, since every inquiry is a visible method and which the investigator is not just judging the validity and accuracy of data, personal affirmation of perspective. Next is disconnect the power. Disconnect the power from the link machine. Occasionally, it is essential to remove everything, but while at the crime scene, the investigator should disconnect the right outlet to avoid altering only information. Next is photograph the crime scene. The crime scene photograph should be mechanically and technologically competent to document evidence properly. It is also in charge of identifying evidence and ensuring the proper documentation. Next is sketch the crime scene. Using the sketch as documentation, a crime scene sketch is permanent records of the size and distance of the crime scene, with the physical evidence included inside it. Next is labeling and tagging the evidence. When labeling and tagging the crime scenes, labeling and tagging the computer is one of the greatest ways to guarantee that investigators link and submit it out to the court. Next is a place at the drive case. Place the evidence in a drive case. This types of evidence is valuable to the investigator because it reveals who manipulated the information. Next is package all the document. Packaging all of the equipment, this sort of record protection allow the individual to easily recognize the date, time, and other details relevant to the evidence. Next is a chain of custody. The endurance of ownership or custody of evidence, including its motion and position from the point of discovery, refers to as the chain of custody or chain of proofs. Finally, go over all the document is must accurately and completely record the finding of the investigation and provide decision makers with sufficient information to determine whether further action is required. That's all. Thank you.